sometimes the best explanation we have is not perfectly clear. There's some fuzzy boundaries, and that's not a flaw. This is just a necessary aspect of certain kinds of explanation. The standard thing is if you have some high-level emergent phenomenon, something like a chair, right? Okay, everyone agrees that the thing I'm sitting on right now is a chair. Were you to see the object I'm sitting on right now, you would all agree it is a chair. Now, if I remove an atom from it, is it still a chair? Yeah, you would not even notice that I probably have removed an atom from it just by rubbing my fingers on it, okay? You don't know. But if I keep removing atoms one by one, eventually I will get to a point where it is no longer a chair. Certainly when I get down to one atom, it is no longer a chair, right? Okay, well, if you believe all of that perfectly reasonable stuff, which you should believe, tell me precisely how many atoms I have to remove to make it no longer a chair. You can't, because there's no such thing as the precise number of atoms. It becomes less and less chair-like, but there's no hard, bright line between when it's a chair and when it's not. That's okay. Just because you can't draw a hard, bright line doesn't mean the concept of chair is not useful. The boundary between chair and not chair might be approximate and fuzzy, and maybe some people draw it in different places, but it's still worth drawing because the concept of a chair gives you some handle on what happens in the real world. When I tell you I'm sitting on a chair rather than a sofa or on the floor, you know something you didn't know before. I gave you useful information. And that's a trivial example in the world of physical objects, but the same thing is going to be true in worlds of politics and culture and things like that. There'll be a lot of principles that are sensible to follow, even though you can't draw the lines for them exactly. It's just something you have to live with, Don't demand clarity where clarity is not available. Clarity is not available.